Video, I'm going to show you how to apply for the Paycheck Protection Program for employers for existing Chase customers. Now, really important, you have to already have a Chase business account for this to work. And you're going to go to chase.com, head and log in our Chase bank account. And immediately after you log in under your Chase for Business account, on your right-hand side, you should see a link that says SBA Paycheck Program, and then you're going to click on Learn More, and then you're going to scroll down to a button somewhere, oops, too fast, that says Continue. And that's going to take you into the application program. And you have to be logged in. You have to have a current account with Chase for this to work. It's actually what it's telling you there. You have to have an existing account, and there's some other conditions there. So we'll hit on Continue. And then on the next page, we're officially starting the application process. Obviously, you want to read all this. I've covered in other videos, what PPP program is and what you need in order to be qualified. So read that and watch the other videos that kind of explain that in the process. So let me go ahead and click on Next. And then it's going to ask you a drop-down menu to choose your company. So these are, it's going to be linked already to your online business account, so it'll know exactly what your company name is. Then you start answering the questions. Who's the owner of the business? Are you the owner of the business? Is this an LLC, partnership, S corp, whatever? Obviously, you can only check one, so make sure you get that one done right. Ask your accountant if you don't know. Then you're going to read, obviously, the conditions, the additional requirements. Make sure you apply for those. Click on Next. Then it's going to ask you for your personal info, probably one of the owners. Link to the account. It's going to show up in there. You can answer questions like, are you a citizen? Has the business ever had an SBA loan? Have you ever defaulted on an SBA loan? You have to answer all those questions. And then you're going to confirm that everything is right. And then you're going to answer the magic question, the big magic question, average monthly payroll. So you're going to come up with that number based on an internal calculation of your payroll costs. And this is the part where I get like 100 emails from people in YouTube and Facebook and stuff asking me, well, how do I calculate the average payroll amount? How do I figure out how much of that payroll becomes forgiven after the 8 weeks? How do I find out how much rent, utilities, and other non-payroll costs play into the whole loan and forgiveness scenario? This is where I tell you, you need to talk to your accountant. You need to engage your trusty accountant that you know and love to help you with this. I can't help the whole world with this. I'm getting hundreds and hundreds of emails per day of people asking me these questions. And my answer is, where's your accountant? Now, if you don't have an accountant, well, lesson learned. This is where having an accountant becomes really handy. But I did another video, a pretty long video, like a 30-minute video, where I explain step by step how the law works, what the PPP program is, how the numbers are calculated, and hopefully you go back and watch that video, learn all the mechanics of that, and then you know exactly where you're going to get the number or the numbers to put in here, including number of employees, because that's a really tricky one, because number of employees is kind of a fluid number because you got full-time, part-time employees. Again, go watch that video. Hopefully that becomes helpful. To simplify things, I'm going to take $100,000 of payroll costs, divide that by 12, which gives me $8,333. I'm going to put that I don't have any outstanding EIDL loans. I guess it doesn't take decimals. Let me take that out, and this will automatically multiply the 2.5 times that average payroll. And I'm disregarding for now the actual taxes and stuff. Then you have to do the math here, and you have to tell it what you're going to spend the money on. And then it's also asking you for your annual revenues or your annual sales. So I'm going to go ahead and check my QuickBooks here and get that number from my 2019 year. I'm going to put here the year that I own the company, number of employees that we have in total. We're not an eligible passive company, which means we basically rent real estate. That's not what we do for a living. So we're going to put no there. And then number of jobs created. We're not creating any new jobs, but we're going to go ahead and retain 2 jobs. And then business mailing address. Well, depends on your situation, of course. So I'm just going to put there, let's skip it. yes. Then I'm going to check the box here for the correct information. And then on the next screen, I'm going to attest that, all the questions here, yes, no, depends on what applies to you. And then I get to the last page here, which basically tells me you're ready to upload the documents. You got to upload your W-3, your 941s, your previous year's tax return, and then third-party payroll processing. So anything you have that would be useful, obviously, for them, you want to all dump it all in there. I would also recommend to upload a spreadsheet for you to come up with how you came up with your number, and that should be good to go. So once you upload all those documents, you should be able to go to next, and you should be done. And the next steps, you're probably going to get an email, some confirmation, some screen that takes you to the next place. So once I hit next here, it's probably going to close out this screen. So I'm going to show you up to this point. I assume that if you get up to this point, everything else will be easy. I didn't get funding immediately. It didn't work like that. So I'm probably going to have to wait a couple of days to see what happens. But for now, hopefully this will help you walk through and do the application yourself. Lastly, I know a lot of you need help. I always put my email address in all of my videos because that's customary. So people can send me feedback or maybe asking questions or things that I didn't cover. But via email, I cannot answer your questions about how the dollar value is supposed to be calculated, what your specific situation warrants for, whether or not you would qualify for something like this. I just can't. I get hundreds and hundreds of emails a day. So my email's up there because I run an accounting firm and I do these videos because this is what we do for a living. We do accounting work. So if you need help with accounting, QuickBooks, whatever, this is where you contact us. Otherwise, unfortunately, I can't answer questions about the PPP loan unless you're my current tax or accounting client. But this is why I make the videos, and subscribe to the channel because there's tons of content and a lot of these things are do it yourself. And I have faith that you could do it yourself. Just watch the videos and you'll be fine.